Hey everybody, it's Chanchai. I'm just gonna be sparring with pokeysuzuki. They asked me if I was available. I happen to be available right now. So they gave me permission to record this, so I'll be recording this video and uploading it to YouTube. We're gonna be doing a 1st to 10. Pokeysuzuki does play Pi, and you know, I would love to have as much Pi training as I can get too. So it's good for both of us, and I'm really enjoying it. I think last time I fought them, they gave me a pretty hard time, so this will be fun. It's going to be a lot of fun. Alright, so I told them to go ahead and create a room, so I'm going to go look for the room. They probably did and just haven't given me the details, and that's okay. So anyways, I hope everyone's been doing really well. Let's see if they use my code. No? Alright. Alright. They're sending me the code right now. Awesome. Let's see what we got here. So I'm trying out my new setup too, and it should be going pretty good. I'm using a record button, just trying to minimize the amount of jumping around in windows that I can to hopefully make sure that the performance is good. I've also made some changes to the graphics settings. Hopefully that will reduce any type of inputs dropping or anything because of a performance hiccup. But I haven't had much issue about performance hiccup, but I've just been wondering about it. Sometimes when we have moments where the inputs get tricky, and that's okay, but we just try to manage it as best we can. Alright, here we go. Oops. Hitting the wrong button. Alright, here we go. Alright, let me change my character to costume that I usually like to do. Alright, we're good to go. And it's a 1st to 10, should be really good. I always enjoy fighting with pokeysuzuki. Pi is a good character. We'll do this. Let's see if they're ready. Alright. Okay, no problem. They said hold on 1 sec, so no problem. They're making sure they're on Ethernet. It's always a good idea. Really, really good idea. Sometimes people's laptops will switch to Wi-Fi and not switch to Ethernet, and sometimes that can actually happen with a Steam Deck. However, in my experience, my Steam Deck has it set so if it's on the dock, it will not go into Ethernet, or it will not go to Wi-Fi. It will only go to Ethernet. So whenever it's docked, it's Ethernet or bust, and I think that's not a bad setting, but whatever works for people. Now this is interesting that it's stuck on the 1. I don't think I've seen this before. So maybe it's disconnected and then reconnecting, so that could be what's going on, is when they switched from Wi-Fi to Ethernet, they're temporarily disconnected. We're trying a new controller setting where I made some modifications to this lever that I've been trying out. This close to the next event I shouldn't, but this weekend I'm not going to be too crazy on it, meaning I'm going to be playing much more relaxed this weekend. There's 2 qualifiers this month. The first qualifier I'll just go in there more relaxed because I just got to take care of other stuff. I have too many stuff that's higher priority, and if I can be more serious on the second week I will, but I'm not expecting I'll be able to. If I'm going to get super serious, maybe I'll be super serious during November, but I think I've got too much on my plate right now, so VF has to be more as a relaxed activity for me right now, and I'm okay with that because it'll just be fun. But I'm not setting much performance expectations this weekend. Just gonna be playing as I can, but I think a lot of players have been playing awesome, so I think it's gonna be amazing to watch how people play in the qualifiers this weekend and next weekend too. So, yeah. So we're going to wait till they're ready. Until then, we are going to go ahead and just do some VFTV while we're waiting. Okay. So I told them, don't worry, just let me know when they've got the room set up. It's really good that they made sure that they're on Ethernet. It's really, really important to do this. It's really, really good to do.
Knockout.
That said, it is summer, temperatures are hot, so this is a time when it can be easy for people to feel the heat, literally and figuratively. So try to stay cool, stay hydrated, take good care of yourself, and also try to keep relaxed, you know. It can be easy to get irritable during this time. Summer is supposed to be this easygoing time, but a lot of times the hot temperatures just kind of bring you know, more heat on the emotion scale too. So word to my friends, take good care of yourselves, try to relax when you can, and you know, be good to one another, be good to yourself too. Alright, wonderful to watch Whitmer versus Sonic's Byakugan. Alright, so there was a punish opportunity with Eileen did 9k point blank. That means she's about minus 15. If she does it from far away, she could be minus 14, minus 13, minus 12, all the way down to something pretty low. So but when she's up close, Taka can punish with 4p plus k. If she does it from further away, he's probably better off just doing like punch rushes after.
Knockout.
Alright, very nice fight. Good job, Whitmer. Good job. Alright, the room is set up. We will join the room. I'm gonna move my wallet actually. And now it's perfect timing. Alright. Here we are, let's do this. This is gonna be a fun first to 10. I don't have too much time. Well, I have time to stream, but I need to prioritize stuff, so virtually don't really. So it's great to have these invitations for first to 10s. It's good to take a small break from the day, from the grind, and then do this. So let's see how it goes. Let's see how pokeysuzuki's doing, and this should be a lot of fun. I'm gonna try a semi-aggressive opening just to see what happens. So we missed our input buffer. Alright. We missed a few things and that's okay. We're loosening up right now. So we're testing if they do block low or not. They're not buffering as fast, but this is where they get a little scary though, because Pi can still do stuff disruptively. But the good thing is they're going to get lots of replays to reference after this battle. But we'll see where they go when they get comfortable. So you should secure the high punch with a mid, or with a mid actually, because you want to make sure that your opponent is like, if you're going to use a high punch, you have a lot of things you can do, right? When you do the high punch and it makes contact, and there's only one bad case for the high punch, and that's if it completely whiffs. That's the only bad thing. If it makes contact, it's good. So you should start with securing it with a mid. So you should do like the high jab into the elbow, or 6p. Doesn't look like an elbow for Pi, but we call it an elbow anyways. You could do it in the 3p plus k, that's fine too. Not always the best, but it's good. But if you're gonna use high punch, try to secure first. Yeah, that was not bad. So we're testing out like what they know to do. All right.
Round 2. Ready, go!
Good. So you want to make sure you're not vulnerable to this low punch. How do you do that? You do it by engaging with a mid, with a fast mid specifically. If you do that, like that low punch is kind of not likely to do it, and even if, but if very good. All right, here we go. So right now, they don't know what tempo to start with. We're going to kind of put pressure on the tempo.
Ready, go!
And because we don't think that they're going to buffer, that's why we're able to do stuff like go ahead and attack twice in a row, even if they block. But we do feel like they'll buffer when we get them to block a sidekick. But they might not buffer when they block a low punch, and that's a big deal. Because that means like we can do stuff like this, right? So this is like improving your sharp response is kind of a high priority.
Knockout!
And then getting them used to the idea that they're going to have to tech roll. If they don't tech roll, I'm going to hit them off the ground. So this is our training right now. Now with Pi, she does have leeway to start attacking very quickly, but we're going to train them to be sharper. They need to be sharp, and when they're sharp, their Pi will stop a lot of stuff. That's when it's going to cause me to have to think and have to space out or use time or use space to deal. If I want to be aggressive anyways. And we're like, nope, we're not going to let you throw us. Alright, she's got a combo, she's got back throw that can combo us out of the ring, I think. I don't know the position either. Good, good. Very good, using reversal. Okay. I like this. Guessed right. And then she attacked too short range, so we whiffed. That's good. Very good. Evade throw is a good choice. Very good. So if we whiff, we're in trouble. Yeah. And this one, I guess, doesn't give us the 6-6 KK. We're in trouble, right?
Ready, go!
Good. Very good. Alright. Very close, very close. Keep it up. So here's where they're hitting us, right? So we gotta look at the nature of how we're getting hit for their sake. They're hitting us when they when they whiff and then they strike and we whiff, right? So it's been incidental. It could be set up, but right now we'll have to assume it's incidental. So they're gonna want to tighten that up eventually because this is not sustainable, right? But it is working, so it gives them a clue for what they could do against us. Very good choice. I like the 6-6 PK. Using a little too much low punch. Okay.
Round 2. Ready, go!
So here, this is also the problem with a low punch opener, right? Suddenly, crouch backdash is not a bad idea for me. Cause them to whiff, and I have a really good launch punish, right? So a really good, not launch punish, but I have a really good counter hit launcher. We'll do it again, right? And the good thing is they committed to that, but we don't mind. We don't mind taking this. Good. They're not going to fall for this. They've never have. But this is going to get them, right? They're doing low punch too much, though. So it's too much low punch. They could just reply with 6P would be a little better. So a really big tip for them is in skirmishes like this, there is a time to do 2 low punches in a row, but that's when an opponent is doing a very certain type of like reaction play, when they're just reacting. Right now, I'm kind of just throwing stuff in there because they're not attacking fast enough. When they attack fast enough, that will change the way that I respond. But right now, I can be very aggressive with attacks. Right, like this. So right now, this is more of like, they don't have a sharp buffer response yet, and we need to work on that. So this is like number 1 tip for them, is to work on that sharp buffer response. Good. But if we delay, we actually run the risk of running into them. Why is that? It's because they actually play on delay timing. So like we tend to, if we ECD, it's actually risky for us. But if we spam, usually not a problem, right? This is going to give them a hard time.
Knockout.
And that's because they're playing on delay speed. So what's better than delay speed? Buffer speed, even when you're Abari. Because if they're delaying on their plus response, that allows like a certain type of Abari to work, as long as it's within fast reach, right? So if I spam like this, it's going to be very strong, as long as I spam decently, right? So we'll keep working on this, but they do need to start getting that tempo 0 play. What's tempo 0? Tempo 0 is buffering. Tempo 0 is like, I block your low punch, and I see I'm about to block it, so I already go ahead and hit forward and punch. Right. Now on the fast pokes, it's harder to do that, so that's why it's hard for a developing player to do it at first. But you need to do that to kind of keep things under control. You need to like, what do I mean by control? It means like, make me afraid to attack back, make me want to guard more, right? Now if they do, so the problem then is, so how come a lot of Pi players seem to get away with it? Well, they haven't done this yet, but a lot of Pi players will use 3P plus K, and that's okay. That's not like, this is not the place to use 3P plus K, but it works for a lot of developing players because 3P plus K is going to stop this like spamming like that I'm doing here, like this, right? Throw, right? So now I've got them under control, and it's like I'm making sure they need to like respond back. So I will message them about this. So this is the problem when you talk about turns a little too much, is you're not identifying that if somebody's playing too slow, it doesn't exist yet, right? But when they play fast, it still doesn't, the turns still don't exist, but the advantage is not being used. So we need to get them, we need to train them on this, and we will talk to them. I will probably give them a call if they're okay with the call.
Round 1. Ready, go!
So after this set, we'll talk about it, and we might do another set if they'd be willing. Good.
Knockout. Round 3. Ready, go! Ring out. Forgot to train, eh? Round one. Ready, go! Round two. Ready, go!
Very good.
Round three. Ready, go! Ring out! What a knucklehead!
Okay, here we go. So I'm checking to see if they're cool with voice chat set. Yes. Awesome. They're cool with voice chat after the set. So we'll talk. Because I do want to give them this advice. I think that there's a lot of good stuff about them, but right now this is a huge barrier for them, right?
Round one.
This is a really big barrier.
Ready, go!
Right?
Ring out! Round two. Ready, go! Ring out! Round three. Ready, go! Ring out! What a knucklehead! Round one. Ready, go! Ring out! Round two. Ready, go! Knockout! Round three. Ready, go!
Good. Good response. Good response. To a degree. There is a weakness to it, but it's still good. Alright, here we go. We're going to go into voice chat now.
Forgot to train, eh?
Hey, can you hear me okay?
Yeah.
Alright, give me just a moment. I hate Discord's interface so bad. I just want to make sure I've got this correct. Okay, you can hear me good, right? Okay, great. You're coming across really quiet though, so I don't know if you need to be up in the mic or not, but it's a little quiet. So anyways,
let me turn down my game.
Okay. Actually, I'm gonna test something out if you don't mind. Give me just a second here to set it up, alright? I'm gonna call you back. I'll call you, no, this is fine. This is fine. We'll do it like this because I think it's gonna be too messy if I do that. Alright, so my mic will not be able to hear you too well, and that's okay. But anyways, so you've got a lot of good stuff going, but there is a kind of a critical component that is not yet in your game. If you want to jump back into the room, we can practice it. I don't know if you're able to play and chat at the same time though, but
I can do that.
Okay, yeah, because we can work on this, because this is something you're very capable of doing, and I want you to know that. What is your experience with VF so far? I mean, I know, even if playing casually for a long time, or when did you start? What games do you mostly play?
I started back in December. Seriously.
Okay. Yeah.
I played VF, growing up because you was out.
No, totally.
Around when I was a kid.
Not a problem. Yeah. That's how most people start out. That's how most people are, and they're like that for many years. Don't worry. I'm used to teaching people that have been playing 20 years. So.
Well, I've been playing seriously since December. I've been taking lessons in tricky.
Awesome. Yeah.
Also, I've faced off against you in the Kai leagues a few times.
Right, and I've always enjoyed our fights, and there's a lot of good stuff. But there is sort of a critical component, and so I want to go over that. So the room has got the same passcode that you had set. So you'll just look for the room with where I'm in there. Okay, so the main critical component is that we are on rollback netcode, and our connection is good. So I'm going to make it very clear. Our connection's pretty good. So whether it's 3, 4, 5, even if we're playing on delay-based netcode, this is stuff you can still do. Even if, so we're not going to blame the lag, okay? I'm definitely not going to blame the lag. But what is happening is that I think you might be playing kind of more on the way that you're supposed to respond in other fighting games that's not Virtua Fighter, right? And so how we're always talking about the buffer? So I'm mostly talking about the buffer. So let's go ahead and go in here, and we're gonna make sure that you're playing buffer, because what happened in this set was, or let me break down. A lot of times when I've seen you be very successful, it's kind of because your opponent is doing level 2, level 3 stuff. Okay? What they're doing is they're playing assuming that there's a turn, and assuming you have a turn. They're playing as if you were automatically buffering. So they're playing around you buffering. But the truth is you're not really buffering that much. Okay? So, for example, I'm gonna dash in, and I'm gonna low punch twice, like this, okay? I want you to block the first one, and then just do 6p back right at it, okay?
Okay.
But you gotta block the first one, okay? There you go, just like that, right? This is not happening in the matches. Now, this is hard. This is hard for people to do in serious offline play. They don't realize this is the speed of VF until they play offline, and when they play against computer, they can't tell. They can't tell the difference between this and what's happening, because if you saw, I would be hitting you a lot. I would just went ahead and do rapid low punch at you, and the reason was because I knew that you were responding slower at the time, and it's hard to do this in a serious match. So that's why we're gonna do that, right? And sometimes your response would be to do low punch back, but of course the downside is go ahead and do a low punch back, okay? So that's 1, 2, 3, right? This would be the problem if you did that, but you're not playing at buffer speed. You are now when we're drilling, but in our matches, and when I fought you before, you're not. What you are doing is you're playing at delay speed. Delay speed is is like doing this and then crouch dash and then doing that. Delay speed can catch people that are trying to do fast movements. So have you noticed almost anytime when I tried to do tricky movement, you would blow me up? There were 2 cases where you would blow me up. You'd blow me up because I was doing a vague cancel into attack, and that's because you're attacking at delay speed, because you're attacking when you're comfortable. You're like, oh, okay, I got a break now, and then I attack, and you launch me. Second would be like, let's say we're this space, and let's say you would do like this low punch, and then you would do kick, right? You do punch, and then you would do a kick after that, and basically that would catch me. Or moves that you like forward punch and kick, right? 6-6 PK. Go ahead and do that. Yeah, like that, right? And what would happen would be like over here, I might do like a check here, and you would catch me off guard, and you'd hit me with the kick. Those were the times when you would blow me up, right? So anytime I was trying to play at speed 2, we're gonna call that speed 2. Speed 0 is, we're gonna do the buffer again right now. Speed 0 is you doing 6P on this. That's speed 0, okay?
Time's up.
Speed 1 would be something like, to give you an example of speed 1, I'll just do a single low punch, and what you do is you do your crouch dash into 3P plus K. Do like 3P plus K. Okay? That would be speed 1. And so you're typically playing at speed 1. Now, this is not your typical pattern. This is an example of a speed 1 play just to illustrate. So I'm going to low punch once, and you're going to do this speed 1 play, okay?
Ready, go!
Just like that. That's speed 1. So like, let's say I went in and I low punch, and then I tried to do something tricky, okay? Go ahead and do the same thing, okay? Oops, that's not good. Let's try another one. Go a little fast. Like that, right? Now you're catching me because I'm playing too slow, right? Your speed, that's speed 1. But speed 1 loses to even doing like this if you try to do it again, right? This is not working anymore. Speed 1 loses to speed 0, okay? But what happened is if I played speed 2, you would win almost always, because speed 1 just beats. Speed 1 would just beat doing this. Me doing this, like doing this funny movement into attack. That's how you're nailing me. And I've seen you nail a lot of people that way, and I'm explaining to you why that's working for you. But then why is somebody mashing in your face with fast poke not working, right? And it's because you need to buffer this. Yeah. You need to just get good at doing that. And then after you hit me with that 6P, go ahead and throw me, okay? But you're gonna have to wait a slight moment, but just actually just do half circle back throw right away. After you hit me with the 6P, do a half circle back throw right away. It'll work perfectly. Very good, right? We'll do it again. Good. See, now this case, that's different. We're gonna do it one more time. And this is me trying to duck and guard that throw, right? And that's because that 6P, when it counter hits like that, forces me to stand up, and I cannot fuzzy guard. So like, you're gonna get, the throw's gonna work as long as I don't mash an attack, right?
Round 3. Ready,
so now,
go!
this time, I'm gonna dash in, do this, you're gonna 6P me, and then do the 3P plus K, because you'll have, when you hit me with the 6P, do 3P plus K. Do you think you can do this one? Okay. All right. Good, good. Let's keep doing that. Look at that. Really beautiful, right? Got huge advantage. So this is playing at speed 0. You need to be playing at speed 0 a little more, and then your pie will be more scary. That was good. We're on the right track. We're on the right track.
Round 4. Ready, go!
So, I am doing this drill purposely because it is mentally taxing a little, but when you get used to it, you'll get more comfortable with it, and this will improve your game a lot. Beautiful. It's getting used to that, like tapping forward and punch at the same time while you're holding guard is what you're getting used to. So, but you got this. You got this. You got this. So, like, does this make sense what I'm talking about?
Round 5.
Yeah.
Okay.
Ready, go!
This is really important when you play Pi to understand that you can disrupt people by being able to do the buffer first. Then you'll make me afraid to mash. We can do an easier one, which is do 6P and then do just normal kick, okay? So, yeah, that's side kick. You can do the neutral kick.
Knockout!
Yeah, like that. This one will be pretty good too, because it's. But I think it's a high, right? Is that a high tap?
Yes.
But let's pick a mid. A mid is better. So, pop quiz. Why is a mid better?
Because it can't be ducked.
Yeah. Because they can't crush it. Yeah, exactly. they have to do extra to crush it. They got to either evade or do a sabaki, right? Or backdash. so that's why mid's good. So this is why I'm training you to do the 6P, because low punch would have a problem, right? But yeah. And then, yeah. Good. And then what else? What's a good way to apply pressure with her? I mean, normally it is that from crouch 3, that 3-3P plus K. 6K is pretty good too, so you can do 6P into 6K. Yeah, we'll do that.
6K.
Yeah. I'm gonna train you on one more good response to a low punch.
Time's up!
A good response, because the risk of doing the 6P back is someone doing. I'll show you this play. Go ahead and do the 6P like before, okay? This is the risk of doing 6P, right? So we're gonna add one more thing. When you block this low punch, do a side kick. All right? There we go. Right? There we go. And this one does require tighter timing if I'm mashing the low punch. So this is the real training here. There you go. See how quick you have to do this. See how early you have to do this for the buffering, right? And do you know what buffer means?
Ready, go!
What does buffer mean?
It's basically it's basically just while you're in guard, you press either forward or back or whatever direction you need to.
Nope.
And by the time you release guard,
Kind of. Okay. Yes and no.
into a cue, basically.
Yeah. So the buffer is, it's a queue of commands, right? And it's how the game processes the commands. In VF, when we say to buffer, we just mean to input your next move early. And you can actually hit the punch button. You just have to let go of guard before you hit the punch button. So like when you block this, you see that white spark on your knee there? See that white spark?
Yeah.
Try to finish inputting your next move when that white spark disappears. Try finish inputting your next move when that white spark disappears.
When it disappears?
Yeah. This is way before you've recovered, but the game will let you do it. This game lets you input moves 12 frames before you're recovered, and then it'll just automatically do it. So you want to get used to inputting early. This is probably, I think you're trying to time your presses perfect, but in this game, you can do it early. So for example, see that white spark? When it disappears, yeah. Yep. I want you to experiment with how early this game will let you hit that sidekick. Input it so early that it won't work, and then, or input it gradually earlier and earlier and earlier until it stops working, so you understand how early it lets you do it, okay?
Excellent!
Is that feeling pretty early still, right?
Yeah.
And keep going earlier until this fails.
Ready, go!
There you go. And so for me, I use that white spark disappearing is kind of like your, it's like try to nail it around that time, right? Yeah. Now we're gonna try another thing. You're gonna block this, okay? And I want you to try to do half circle back throw as early as possible before you've even recovered, okay? Very good. But you see, you're allowed to do it really early, okay? You're allowed to do it really, really early. In fact, try do it too early now, okay? Try to do it so early that it just won't let you do it. And you're still getting me, right? So you're like, you can do it earlier than that. You can do it earlier than that. I think what's happening is actually now you're getting the neutral, but still, it's good. This game will let you input early. You want to input early. 12 frames. You know your low punch, right? You see the time between... Hit me with the low punch. Okay, I'm gonna block it between the time from when you hit the button to the time that it touches my knee. Okay, that's the time, that's how much time you're allowed to input before you recover, and your character will just do the move.
Ready, go!
That's a long time. It might not feel like it, but when you're in the match, you eventually feel that this is a long time. So you have a lot of time. You have a split second, or a little more than a split second, to input your next move. So now I want you to do punch and guard, and then 6P. Yeah, like that. Okay? What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna test it because I'm gonna low punch you. If you do this right, my low punch will never hit you. Go ahead and do it. So just high punch into my guard. Punch, guard cancel, 6P. Yeah. Perfect. Keep doing that. Perfect. Let's get out of the way of this thing. Okay. Perfect. 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 You're doing it perfectly. This sequence, that high punch, the only time that this, there's only 2 times where this is a bad idea. Okay? One is because like you just whiff. Okay? And that, even then it's okay. But this is the riskiest thing for high punch is when it whiffs. But when it touches the guy, this thing is pretty secure. The only thing that sucks about this sequence is evade punish, which our characters can do, but make your opponent do that before you worry about it, and then I'll show you how. So I'll show you the evade punish. Go ahead and do the jab elbow, or punch 6B, right? Yeah, keep doing it. Nope. Nope. Yeah, that one. Good. So the only thing is like the generic response is evade throw, and then the one that our characters can do is this. Our characters can do that, but that takes quite a bit of skill, and you need to make your opponent do it. Don't worry about it until they actually do that. Okay? This is really strong. Like try to low punch it this time. You're gonna block the high punch. Now you try to low punch. Okay? Right? It's not happening, right? Now, technically, you can actually high punch. So go ahead and high punch. Because we have 11 frame jabs, we're the only characters that can use high punch specifically for this. So we can do that. So this is also going to teach you how fast you got to be. You got to buffer this. You got to block the first, though. Block the first one. This is also teaching... Good. Good buffer. Good buffer. Good buffer. Good buffer. Does it feel a lot easier now that you're buffering it? As long as you kind of know this is what you want to do, right? The hard part is when you don't know if this is what you want to do. So you can't really react and do it. You kind of have to premeditate this a little, right? When we're playing on these fast perk speeds. This, don't worry. The good news is that this is the fastest it is in the game. Everything else is slower than this. But... it is still hard, it's still challenging, but it's really important to fight, like, to be using the buffer. So when somebody comes in and mashes low punch at you, you want to be prepared. So I'm going to come in and mash low punch. Show me what you're going to do. Okay?
Ready, go!
Good. Good. That was a good one. You can do up to a 17 frame attack, if you can believe it. Because this is -5, the slow punch. So as long as, yeah, do all the things you want to do to this low punch. Don't let people get away with it. Like, let people get away with this only once or twice. After that, they can't get away with it anymore, right? We're gonna make your pie really sharp, because once your pie is sharp, everyone's afraid of pie. Why? Because she can stop shit, right? If you're feeling slow, the move to beat all moves when you're feeling slow is 3P plus K. 3P and K at the same time. Yeah, that one. Because this one, same deal, right? This one actually might even beat the... no, it won't beat this. It's nice too. It will beat... won't beat that. Won't beat that. But like, but basically, that move though is 12 frames and it will win a lot of situations. But I don't want you to rely too much on it. It's a safe... It's good to stop people that are doing frame type play. Like in this situation, you can do the 3P plus K, I think. But you have to be really fast. Or like you have to buffer it for sure.
Ready, go!
Let's try it. Got a sidekick. Does it not work? Does the elbow actually have more damage than 3P plus K? No, I've seen kicks though. 3P and K at the same time. The palm. The double palm, really? Doesn't work? Huh, okay.
Isn't that 12?
Yeah, oh yeah, you're right. I'm being dumb. Yeah, so, but basically, yeah, you're right. No, I do think it works, only because it's like the +2, and the elbow is 14. I guess the elbow might be outpowering it, but I was pretty sure that it would work. I could be wrong, but it's okay because her jab works. So someone's doing this, how do you stop? I don't want you to try to stop this too much, but I want you to know the counterplay. So there's 2 counterplays. Number 1, you high punch back before they elbow. Okay? And then you can do it back at them, right? You can do like the 60 right away after them, or you can mix them. I'd actually recommend just do like high punch in the throw. You'll probably be surprised how often that would work. In this case. So
it does work a lot. I do it a lot. Tick throw.
It's really good, yeah. But tick throw this situation, because then they're like, wait, what? So I'm teaching you a real hack that's good. Because let's say you fight someone like me who likes to do jab elbow, and you got like 1 moment to like blow them up for it. With pie, just do like the high punch and the half circle back throw, or whichever throw you want, but do a high damage throw. Okay? And throw right away. You gotta commit to this throw. There you go. Look at that. Let's keep doing this. Blow him up. Blow him up. This time try half circle back throw. Let's get out of the ring shot. Okay. High punch, yeah, throw. We're gonna train you on this because this is a really good one. And actually, putting high punch and throw into your game is really good. Actually, it is something that is not. I haven't seen it in your game yet, but tick throw right away. Just be like, you can't do this to me. I'm pie. I've got an 11 frame jab. It's not a 12 frame jab. Yeah. Very good. See, let me see that half circle back throw though. High punch back. Remember, it's high punch back, okay? There you go.
Oh, I forgot to throw. Yeah, I forgot the back.
Knockout.
There you go. But I had a feeling you got it this time. I have a feeling that one was perfect. Because I felt the commitment in there. That's beautiful. There you go. Look at that. A lot of damage, right? They wanted a jab elbow. You were like, screw that. This is what you're going to eat. You're gonna eat this. This is how you use an 11 frame jab. But you take that one moment where you're like, you can't do a generic offense against me. I'm gonna stop it. And I'm gonna throw you too. So you better have that throw escape in place. Okay, so now let's do the second one again. This time I'm gonna dash into you and low punch twice. So pick anything you want, knowing for sure that I'm gonna do this. Make me feel it. Do something damaging to me. After blocking the first low punch.
Ready, go!
That's good. Good start. Yes. So here's the rule of thumb. When us high-level players are evaluating opponents, we do actually, if our low punch gets blocked, we are watching to see what they do. And the standard is, can they do 6P? Which is, right? And now you can see that 6P is easy. So go ahead and 6P, right? The standard is 6P. If you're feeling slow, you can low punch back, but it's not as good. But you could do that because it's easy, right? If you're like, hey, I'm not feeling fast right now, I'm gonna do low punch. But once you've got a couple low punches in, you should start doing 6P, right? There you go. And then you move up from there. And again, we're gonna see what you do. Are you gonna sidekick? Are you gonna do what else, right? And you gotta play this buffer speed first. If you ignore this buffer speed, then what happened in that set will happen to you in other sets, where I just realized I can just keep attacking you. And that it's not that, like, I'm not trying to insult your play, it's that it becomes the best way to fight against you if you're not buffering, right? If you're not playing speed 0, mashing is a good way to play against you, right? We saw when I tried to get fancy movement, I got blown up. When I tried to sit and watch, I got blown up. So then the best strategy became to mash against you. So now we're teaching you how to beat the mashing. Right. It does work, but you gotta buffer earlier. You can input this earlier. Sidekick works, gotta be real early. There you go. This is really good. Really important to do it. This is really important. If you play Lao and you fight Taka, you must be able to do this. There you go. You gotta master doing this. This has gotta be something that you can do after 2 or 3 tries in the game. It's hard. But this is what you have to do. This is for you to get to that next level, for you to get the results you really should get, because you have skills. You are a skillful player. You're just not playing at VF's preferred speed yet. You know? VF wants you to start here, and then you can go delay. Then you can build in those delays like after. But if you're always playing delayed, then mashing is going to beat you.
Round 1.
And you're not going to enjoy that. That's not fun. So that's a good one. That's a good one to go. That's a good one too. Very good. Making me feel it. Make me feel it. That's a good one too. That one's tricky because you gotta know how to buffer in that crouch dash like really fast. But you can just do it as 3-3 P plus K. That one works too. This one, actually, I'm not sure. I think this one you need to actually I think you actually have to 6P me first, but yeah. Yeah, keep quiet. But again, so now, what's the standard? Show me the standard. Standard response. Standard response is just 6P, just a simple forward and punch. Okay? But then now, what's the backdash response? There you go. And you can do like 6-6K plus G after that. You want to try that move?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. I think, is it 6-6K plus G or just 6K plus G? The one that's like butterfly kicks.
When is that turn?
Yeah, I think it is. No, the one that's like butterfly kicks. Okay. Yeah, that one. I think.
Okay, that's 6K plus G.
Okay.
6K plus G, they'll leave you back turn.
Gotcha.
If you do this, It leaves you more negative on block.
Right.
Back to also it's faster.
It's faster, but it's a good weapon. Yeah, but this 6K plus G is a good one when you I think this one or like that weird two-handed attack where she steps in and hits them and crumples them. I think those are the things that you do against somebody that's like got like backdash staggered. So go ahead and practice backdash stagger punishment.
Ready, go!
Try 6K plus G. But you gotta do it like right away after that sidekick. That's actually one too, but you might have to do double dash. Yeah, and then you can combo. Cause like, this is like what a Kai does. I think you can even do like PPKK and stuff like that.
Excellent! Round 2. Ready, go!
Very nice.
Okay, it looks like you hit the ground. So
It looks like it, but you got the hit.
tech roll.
I'll try it. I'll try a tech roll. That would be a tech roll there.
Yeah, you drop. Yeah, you're way too low to so.
You might be surprised. I think you can actually PPKK, but anyhow, we'll figure it out. I'll send you the combos when I see them. But I'm very sure there's a big combo from this, but yeah.
Excellent!
Okay, you can 4-6 kick.
Yeah.
It's just that the punches go
Round
over,
3.
so yeah,
Ready,
you kind of wasted some
go!
frames.
I think you're punching late. I think you're looking at it late. So it's like you do the 6K plus G, and then punch like right away, like just mash punch. See?
Okay, there we go. Okay.
Yeah. So that's why I'm like, for sure you can do it. Yeah. Because see how my foot is up in the air? That's the reason. Because of this back flop. This is gonna kill me anyways. But still.
Excellent!
By the way, sidekick is how you want to win the round against Shun. And that's because you can do, you want to learn crumple combos from that crumple. Because if your winning hit is a sidekick, they end up standing like still, and you can combo them. I'm gonna pick Lao really quick for a second here. Go ahead and we'll spar. I'm gonna come rushing at you with punches. I want you to show me like how you deal with it. What your plan of attack is against somebody just mashing it.
Round 1. Ready, go!
And I'm gonna do this kick. But I want you to show me what you would do. Good. And there is a way to stop this, by the way. You see how there's this mid-low mix-up? You know how there's this mid-low mix-up, right? You can stop it preemptively. Just low punch the third punch. Like low punch before, like just the moment you see this thing, just start low punching. You'll get there. You'll get there. It's like so counterintuitive, but low punching will just stop this. But you have to do it early. You gotta low punch before I mean, like really as early as possible. Even if you're blocking, just mash low punch. The moment you see this, just mash low punch. There you go. See? This is not real. You don't have to play this game of this low mid because all you have to do is low punch when you start seeing this crap. Right? And now that you got low punch, let's see what you do after it. Do that. There, that's a good one. There you go. That's the one I would do by default too. And then once you see them actually start defending, now you start throwing them, right? But go ahead and like assume I'm gonna mash. That was good. That was really good. So you're seeing a masher. Now I'm a true masher. What are you gonna do against the masher? There you go. That's what we do against the masher.
Knockout. Round 4.
Because there's a lot of stuff that I do see in your play that tells me you actually do have responses maybe faster than you think, but that you're not comfortable yet going on them, and that you're more, maybe because you're fighting me, but that you're very, very patient. And patient is good. I'm not saying patient is bad, but you want to have like your baseline being like, show them that you've got sharp responses, then your patient play will pay off like a lot after that. But these are like quick countermeasures to stop this stuff, right? You responded well though, because I was defending earlier. Very nice.
Time's up.
that was an unfortunate one. That said, if you want to understand the mechanics of the low punch against strings though, the first 2 punches can jail you, but because of the buffer, just hitting low punch will work, okay? What'll happen is that you'll end up, your character will do it on after the second one is done, okay? Because the first 2 jail you, but you can just input low punch and it'll just automatically do it.
Round 1.
So I'll stand point blank and I'm gonna do it, and you're gonna block high, okay? And you'll see when that low punch comes. See how it comes on after the second one. So you can just input this anytime. You don't have to worry about the timing. You just do this. The only thing you're worried about with this is if people have like a high mid string, right? That's the thing that's gonna mess you up for doing this. But it's good to understand that like a character like Lao, this thing is not really real. Like this mix up at the end is not necessary unless he was far away, right? So we want to play with this buffer. We really want to get used to using the buffer. In VF, you don't really get penalized for inputting early unless you input way early. But it's true that other fighting games do kind of punish you. So if you're coming from other fighting games, the hard part is you have to fight this instinct that you have, that it would be bad to input early, you know? But in VF, the game really encourages you to input early. Like, and then if you can input early, then you're able to delay, and you can also buffer delays. Do you know how one might buffer a delay? So to buffer a delay, you input stuff like a crouch dash, you input stuff like a forward dash. Like Himajan has setups where like with Jackie, he'll do a combo, and then he'll do like evade backdash into the attack, and it will program the delay, because it'll just, you know, it'll be like this, right? Or like Lao will be like back forward punch, right? This is inputting a delay. It is inputting a backdash, but technically that backdash is acting as a delay, right? Yeah. And so sometimes you can do that, and like crouch dash, that inputs at least a 1-frame delay. So in the future, you are able to buffer in delays and just tell yourself, I'm gonna do a movement and then I'm gonna respond with hitting the button, right? And stuff like that. But you'll get there. But right now, it's just focused on the simple, I'm gonna hit forward punch. On the hierarchy, we've got high attacks, we've got mid attacks, we've got low attacks. Do you know what EX high attacks are? Do you know what makes them an EX high?
Actually, I never knew.
Okay, we'll go over that.
I just know that EX lows can be blocked standing up.
Yeah.
But I don't know the exact
Round 4.
No problem. We're gonna do that. We're gonna go over it. Okay. Let's see. So EX high.
Ring out.
Okay, so normally when you do like a low attack, or normally when you do a high attack, what is the weakness of a high attack? Yep. What's another weakness? What else can someone do to it? So somebody can crush it, right? And there's different ways to crush. Okay, there's different ways to crush. So, let's see. So there's different ways to crush. Let me see. Okay. So different ways to crush. So how do we crush? One way to crush a high attack is we do a crouching low attack, right? So like pi 1k, right? So I'm gonna do, I want you to duck. I want you to crouch guard, okay? Crouching guard, like like down and guard, yeah. Like I want you to duck under this, right? Weakness number 1. Weakness number 1 is you can do this and then you can attack me right away after, right? Weakness number 2, you can just 1kk at any time. If I'm doing this, look at that. Look at that. Doesn't matter, right? This is not going to win against a crouching attack, right? You can do down kick and guard, right? Down. Yep. See, crouching attack. This is the weakness of highs, right? Okay. So now here's the thing. I want you to block. I'm going to do kick, okay? And I want you to first. Obviously, you can block it both, right? Block the first one and duck the second one. This is an EX high. Okay, so now try to interrupt it. Try to like block the first one and 1kk, okay? Not working, right? Not working, right? EX high can counter hit against pretty much any attack, including crouching low attacks, including attacks that typically beat a high attack. EX high is very scary. EX high is, from this stance, this is really scary. I want you to mash low punch.
Time's up.
Just like low punch me. Okay?
Round 3. Ready?
I'm gonna block
go.
it. And just smash low punch twice. Low punch me. Yeah, just like that. Right? High attack doesn't work, right? That's EX high. I counter hit your low punch with a high attack because it's EX high can interrupt any attack. Or not that it can, it's that like normal counter hit means that I'm hitting you before your hit frames, right? And so as long as my attack hits first, this EX high can counter hit any attack, including attacks that normally would beat a high attack, right? So low punch crushes high punch, right? Like if I keep doing this, then you can just low punch me. This is why I tell people that it's bad to keep doing high attacks too much in this game, right? Low punch is just gonna win. One KK is just gonna win, right? But if I'm doing this, it won't, right? So, right? Because this is a mid. But let's go back to the high. High is losing, right? Okay, right? But now you do 2 low punches in a row, like low punch me, and I have enough frames for this to win with that +5 from the block low punch that I can do this. And even though this thing, you can now duck and don't do anything, just hold down and guard, right? This thing doesn't win, right? It doesn't win against that. And now we're going to be even more blatant, okay? You've seen the Superman punch? This is an EX high. So try to low punch it. We'll go back. Try to low punch this thing. Doesn't work because it's an EX high. Okay, but now here's the funny thing. I want you to just keep crouch dashing. Just go 3-2, 3-2, 3-2, 3 like this. Okay? Look at that. If you're not attacking, this thing does jack. If you're not attacking, if you're just ducking, this thing does nothing. If you just hold down and guard, this thing does nothing. Right? This isn't... So, when we deal with an EX high, we just want to duck it, and then once it's no longer hitting, we attack it right after that. So I want you to practice, see if you can get it with this. I'm going to do rapid 9Ps, so you have a small window of time where you got to attack after it's no longer hitting. Try to hit it after that. You can probably do 3K plus G, to be honest. So you just got to make sure you don't do it before the, well, like, you can't do it when it's attacking, and you can't do it before it hits. But you can do it after. So once this thing properly whiffs, you can do it. So crouch, just crouch under it. Yeah, just like that, right? See, that's the weakness. But now try to interrupt it. Like, just duck and interrupt, see? Right? So as long as you catch it on its recovery, you're okay. So this type of thing, you want to catch it on its recovery. Same as when you see Vanessa doing this, you want to block the first one, duck the second, and then attack after it misses. Attack after this thing misses. Once you see it whiff over your head, attack right away. Go ahead and attack me. It's just you just got to do it like the moment that thing goes over your head. There you go. You can throw me, you can do a lot of things. Right? You can do 3K plus G even. You can do that. Look at that. That feels good, right?
Yeah.
That feels really good. So this is what EX high is. In the case of EX low, it is worse than a low punch because it can just block it, right? So this is EX low, and it is worse than just low, because true low will still hit, right? True low is still hitting, but this one is an EX low, and that's because they didn't want, in Virtua Fighter 1, 2, and 3, this is too good. Anytime we're this close, we'll just like mash low punches. You know what I mean? And Tekken 3 is, I think, the game that started this. You can block it high. You can block it standing, right? So then you can respond easier. But then, and then what's the problem with low attacks in this game? A lot of times this will be minus on hit. So like, go ahead and elbow me, 6P me right after I hit you with this. See? Yeah. So basically, I chipped you, but you have advantage, so you can just go ahead and attack me right away. Right? So, and of course then we have stuff like this, right? Which is just, this is slow, so might lose to low punch or something, or you blocking the punish it. So low attacks in this game are designed to not be way too overpowerful, right? And the main mix-up of the game is throw. It's throw and attack. Mid and throw. EX mid is a little weird because EX mid, I don't know what it is on this character, but EX mid, you could crouch guard and you would take no damage from it. You get hit by it, you know, they might get advantage, but you'll take no damage. So that's a weird one. You don't have to worry about, most people don't even know which moves are EX mid in this game because you don't really, until you get to high level, you don't really care as much, you know? But the EX high you wanna know. So show me how beat this EX high. That's good. You counter hit the first one. There you go. Alright, now, what do we know about this one now? Now we know this is just always an inside. There you go. You time it right, or you duck, yeah.
Excellent.
You can just duck it. If you see, so this move is actually a good move, but the reason it's good is, I'll tell you the two good use cases. The two good use cases when you predict your opponent's going to do a low attack. That's number one. Anytime you think they're going to do a low attack, this thing will just destroy it. Two, if we're in the neutral, this thing is good at if they like to mash. But the problem is when they start just dancing, when they just start moving, it's not that good anymore. Right? So this move, if we're in the neutral and I know you're gonna hit a button, then this is really good because there's a high chance this is gonna win. It's moving forward and it could, like, you know, it's moving forward and it acts as a force field, but it depends. But if you wait for it to whiff, then you're okay. But the problem is when your opponent just starts dashing, like just doing this, right? When they start, because this thing has trouble with it. Now, the reason that this beats beginners though is I want you to block this and then I want you to low punch me right away, okay? This thing is plus on block. Right? And it is at least this one, right? So this is why beginners like this move a lot and use it a lot. It's because it usually is going to win against people that are attacking and they're not sure when to attack. But when you play just defensive, like if you're simply holding down and guard, like just crouch guard, just do this the whole time. Yeah, then like this does nothing, right? This is now liability, right? And you can even evade this on reaction. When you see this moving at you, just tap up and neutral. Yeah, see? It's not hard to evade when you're looking for this move. You just have to not attack, right? So this move, this EX high, is such a scary move, but only because you're attacking. Once you're doing nothing, once you're not attacking, or not throwing also, then this move is actually not that good, right? So Vanessa needs to watch the opponent and needs to use this because they like to attack. But she shouldn't use it if they're just like stepping and not attacking, you know? Because then this thing will just, like, if you're just doing this, right? Well, this is just not going to do anything, right? You can just keep crouch dashing. Yeah. So that's EX high. EX high is very good, by the way. It's really good. It's just that it has a critical weakness of duck and punish. So just duck and punish this one. There you go. Alright. Do you have any questions? Did the lecture I gave make sense to you? What we worked on?
Actually, yeah, it did clear some things up.
Like, you are a good player. But right now you were just not playing buffer speed in the matches at all. Now I gave you the hard situation. The easy one is stuff like this, like, not that. Okay. Like this, right? Okay, you can punish this, right? Minus 15. So. Yeah.
Can't do this.
Okay. I'm not really good with Vanessa, so. Okay, this sidekick, right? Mix up. You just have to block this sidekick. And then, no, Vanessa's a tricky one because she's got ways to do. But if this is normal situation, you've got a lot of advantage. So if, yeah, that's all you have to do against Masha. Okay. So now you're done with this, what do we do now? I want you to guard it, and then what do you do? What am I doing? What's Vanessa doing after you block her sidekick guy? Yeah, you throw. Okay. Now I'm gonna switch characters, okay? Yeah, I'll just go with live right now. Alright, let's do this really quick. What topics has Tricky gone over with you? She's a really good coach, so.
Actually, a lot, really.
Good, good.
Round one.
Pretty much from the beginning.
Go!
Awesome.
I looked up some stuff about VF, but there was, I knew at the time there was a lot that I didn't know about VF. Like, this is my favorite fighting game of all time. It's just that.
Yeah.
It's just that I just didn't know how to get into the scene because, they hadn't made a game in a while, and
Yeah.
every time I get online, there's people that are like level 40.
No problem.
That's not the easiest. That's not the easiest way to get into a game.
No, but we're happy to get you in here, So Okay, so I want you to look this. This sidekick, like a lot of sidekicks, he has no follow-up, okay? He doesn't have a follow-up. So this sidekick, he's like -9 when you block it. Or no, -8. He's basically -7 or -8 when you block it, okay? So it's Nitaku, right? So when you have Nitaku, and the easiest Nitaku is when you block something, right? So when you have Nitaku, same here, this is -8, okay? So I want you to watch what I do the first time, and then I want you to do something to beat it the second time, okay?
Okay.
Just watch what I do after you block. Okay? Second time. Good. Alright, let's do something bigger. You'll get it.
Round 3. Ready, go!
Very good. Alright. So keep watching what I do, okay? We're gonna do these in sets of 2s. So we're gonna do 1 and then 2, okay? So the first time you just watch. So. Alright. Good. Third time. Very good. Okay. Now we're gonna do sidekick, same thing, okay? Watch it the first time, and then the second and third time do different answers, okay?
Time's up! Round 4.
Okay, same thing.
Ready, go!
Okay, we're gonna start over now, okay? So, let's see. Good. Do it one more time. Alright, one more time. Good. So let's try. I'm gonna do something a little tricky now. Okay, ready? That's a good answer. Those are good. Do you know what's really scary against Fuzzy Guard? What's your most damaging low throw with Pi? Does she have a damaging one?
Low throw, is it 1P plus G?
I think 1P plus G is her damaging one. Let's try that. So.
That's the one where she throws you backwards, right? Because I know the other one is.
Let's test them out. It's hard because 2 of them are like setup low throws, but I think she has one damaging one. So.
Ready,
Just
go!
Okay.
Okay, that's it. Okay, that's one.
That's one. Yep.
And that was yeah.
All right. Let's go ahead and do this. Oh, okay. Here's the problem: is I can actually fuzzy guard and do low throw, but yeah. But low throw is still very scary against fuzzy guard because if I commit to the low throw escape, then I won't be actually standing in guard. So that's good.
Excellent!
Similarly, like when you see this,
Ready, go!
when you see this one, this is an ECD, okay? So when you see that, throw is really good, okay? Oh, that's my fault. Yeah, there we go. So throwing is really good against ECD. It's just not, so fuzzy guard makes a mix up with the ECD. This weak against high throw, this weak against low throw. This is weak against low attacks. This one could evade if the low attack isn't circular. And then fuzzy guard is good against delay throw is good against fuzzy guard. So try delay throw.
Ready, go!
So that's the low throw. So to do the delay throw, crouch dash into the throw, okay? There you go. That's good. crouch dash in the back throw. Very good. This is a combo. Now again, but you really do want to respond quickly with attacks generally. So let's do the Nitaku. Typically uppercuts and side kicks almost always are going to give you Nitaku. Shoulders definitely almost always give you Nitaku. Some give you punish. So you want to get good at forcing a guess on them if they don't have a follow-up. So Leon's sidekick does not have a follow-up, so if you guard it, you want to apply Nitaku against him. His uppercuts are the same. If you guard his uppercuts, including this one, you want to apply Nitaku right away. Good. Good. But if you do a fast option, you should try to commit to also doing something good if you get the interrupt. So if you interrupt with high punch, you should throw or mix up, because your intention is to interrupt them, right? This one would be jabbing the launcher. Yeah. So try jabbing the launcher this one. But I do still think it's better to just flat out do the big attack, but it does feel riskier. So if you're not comfortable, you can at least jab, but make sure you mix up after the jab. If it works. So this is, I'm doing a evade throw escape. So evade throw escape full circular is good, but also also just doing a throw in the direction that you don't think that they're escaping is good, right? And like test your strongest throw, like your back throw, for example. You know, and then if they escape that, then you can change. Very good. See, and that's a big gamble for me, right? So, don't forget that throwing is a good option against people that sidestep. It just has to be been done like right away. But yeah, thanks for your patience. Do you have any questions? Anything?
Not at the moment. The main reason I wanted the first to 10 was because, you know, we got replay takeover now.
Yeah, yeah, and you get to watch it.
I did not know anything about the Leon matchups. I kind of cleans.
I'll show you a few things. I'll show you a few projects to work on, okay? We'll use this last game to kind of show you some stuff. What do you know about the evade system in Virtua Fighter, in this game?
I know, let's see, I know Circular's catch evades no matter what.
Kind of. But,
well,
yeah.
Evade crouch dash.
Yeah. But, okay, so, do you know what happens when you evade on plus?
Actually, I do not know.
Okay, good. Okay, so I want you to try something, okay? I want you to...
It's evade unless you're negative, yeah.
Yeah, well, you can evade when you're in the neutral, but why is it bad to evade on plus?
All I see is that it's a little bit of a delay, because whenever I tried it out in training mode when I do the jab, and then they attack afterwards, it's like the computer or somebody, you know, delayed.
Yeah.
And you'll
well, actually, I'll tell you what's most likely is that, yeah. So basically, here's the thing. There are rules for evade, for successful evade, right? Is this a good successful evade or failed evade? This right here.
Time's up.
This is a failed evade, right? You don't hear a sound. Doesn't do the sound, doesn't jump, right? Okay, so here's the thing. I want you to block this jab, and we know that I am plus if you block it, right? And I want you to just go ahead and sidekick me after you block it, okay? Look at my evade failed. Buffer it. My evade failed, right? And this is because the first rule for evade, when your character starts evading, for it to be successful, minimum requirement, they have to already be attacking. If I'm plus and I evade right away on the buffer, if I'm +2, it means I'm gonna act 2 frames before you do. Minimum. Okay? So when I do this, I'm evading 2 frames before you could possibly attack. It's impossible for you to already be attacking if I evade at +2. It's impossible. Because because Pi is not attacking yet. So that's why this fails, right? Okay, so now do the same drill. You gotta buffer this though. Yep. So the moment this thing touches your knee, sidekick me. Right? This is because I'm minus, and so what happens when I'm minus is that I buffer the sidestep, but it doesn't do it until 5 frames later. I am acting 5 frames after you could possibly act. So you're already attacking. If you buffered the sidekick, you will... Okay, this will be easy if I do this here. So I want you to just sidekick after you block that. So much easier, right? Just because I'm like -7, and so you're probably acting 7 frames before me, and if you're delayed, you're still acting quite a bit before me. Okay? See how much easier this is? It's easier the more minus you are because of the chance. The reason it was hard for me to do it here was because you're not buffering. This is why I'm also telling you, this is how I know you're not buffering. And this is why your opponents cannot really sidestep you the way that you're playing right now. And that might seem like a good thing, but here's another way to think about why it's not a good thing. So yes, delaying is good because they can't sidestep you. But why is delaying bad? So when you have advantage, your attacks are better than their attacks because your attacks are faster than their attacks, right? Pound for pound.
Yeah.
When you delay, you throw all that away. You're making your attacks worse. When you delay, so like, it's like this,
Ready, go!
it's like if I do this and an elbow. This elbow is really good at +2 because at +2, it's gonna beat your low punch, right? You can't low punch me, right? But only because I got the +2 from this. In the neutral, this is still like normal, but I can get interrupted by this, right? And so, so this elbow at +2 is way better than an elbow at +0 because it's gonna act sooner, right? When you delay, you throw that away. So remember how we did this low punch drill?
Time's up.
This low punch is -5 on guard, so you're +5.
Round 2.
And at +5,
Ready, go!
so right now in the neutral, like let's say I did this. Let's say I was doing this, okay? High punch, low punch. I want you to block. I want you to try to do a launcher against me. Block the high punch and then do a launcher. Okay? Or no, that's not good. It's not good. I'm gonna do low punch, right? Remember how this was good? Yeah. Because you're +5, right? And then if I did this, like, yeah, that should still win. As long as you buffer, right? Because you're using your frame advantage. It's better. When you delay, you're no longer using your frame advantage. You're letting them outbeat you with, like, maybe doing an equal attack. That's why when we were fighting and I did this rapidly, that this was getting you, right? Because I was like, you're not buffering. So when you don't buffer, it might feel like you're open to evade, but that's just a trade-off, you know. But you still have guard, and so you want to buffer. Generally, you want to start with buffering because your attacks will be better. I think you're a little more defense-oriented, so because of that, it might be harder for you to see why your attacks are so much better and why you should buffer, especially if people try to sidestep you and then you keep hitting them, right? Because this is working, right? But at some point, this stops working when I realize that's how you're playing, and so I start doing this. And you saw how many times you got launched from this. You got launched so many times by me doing this. And this shouldn't work if you buffer, so go ahead and buffer now. See? Now, Leon's uppercut does cheat, for the record. So there's times where it'll work, but a lot of times, a lot of what you do will stop it, right? But so this is what should have happened in the match because you weren't buffering. This is not how it played out. Like this launcher launched you and wrung you out like a lot. So that's why you do want to buffer. Now the risk is that when you buffer, yes, they can now evade you. It's easier for them. Now against someone like you, I might evade by doing this just to make sure, right? just like I'll backdash into evade just so that I have extra room to make sure I actually evade you, you know? And then so you'll start seeing me do backdash evade against you because I'm like, well, I can't count on them buffering, but now my attacks are better than theirs, and I'm gonna make my defense better by delaying my evade, you know, if I choose to evade. I know this gets very confusing, putting this all together at the same time. So anyways, the first rule for evade though is that basically they have to be in the startup frames of an attack. Okay? So when you're minus. So go ahead and like let's say you do 6p. And I'm gonna do this back. So now you can evade. Right? Much easier. Yeah. Right? Let's say you're low punch, do low punch and evade, right? Good. Much easier, right? As long as you buffer the evade. Now, evade's easy to buffer because it's two inputs. It's like up and neutral or down and neutral. But it's good to understand because you do want to play at buffer speed. Like the sooner you play at buffer speed, it might be uncomfortable at first, and it might feel mastery at first. But as you get used to it, practice against the AI and get to buffer. And getting used to evading will help you with that too. But also like remember this thing, the punch and the 6p. PG 6p, really good. Go ahead and practice it. High punch, then 6p. Yeah, like that. So good, right? This is how you get to fish and check your opponent. Is my opponent slow? Are they fast? Right, but then I can do this, right? And this is what I taught you as the countermeasure for it, but that's okay. But it's only 4 characters that can do that. Generally, this will win. So you want to do it more. PG 6p, yeah. Perfect. And then, now I want you to block and then do low punch, okay?
Time's up. Round 3. Ready, go. My time is here.
Right, and this is really powerful.
My time is here.
This is really, really strong. And then now you can just mash, and the mash will beat the throw.
Excellent.
But then that's when I switch to doing a launcher, right? If I think you're gonna mash there instead. And so that's the guessing game, but it's my advantage. So keep working on it, and then this is the launcher, right? And so it's like, good thing you don't mash, right? But now, when you get counter hit by this elbow, when I counter hit you with the elbow, I want you to evade when you get hit, okay? So we're doing the same drill. You're still blocking and low punching, okay? So blocking the low punch, but when you get hit by this, but when your low punch gets interrupted, I want you to evade, okay? Good. Good. And then now you can even block the high punch and evade, but we'll get out of the ring out zone.
Time's up.
So when you start buffering more, and you'll feel it, you're not far from it, you are capable of doing it. Doing it in the match is hard, so practice buffering against the AI. Practice in your matches on ranked, practice with other people too, but keep trying to get good at buffering your response. It's a really big deal. This is like your homework is buffering. This also gives you more consistent results than extending neutral. You'll be able to see what's working or not. And alright, so you go ahead and practice the punch elbow.
Knockout.
Very good.
Round 2. Ready, go.
That's the problem with this, though. But very good. That was good, though. Very nice. Yeah. Very good.
Knockout.
Very good. That sidekick's a good one.
Round 3.
But the sidekick's not good against the low punch. Yep.
Knockout.
Okay, we're gonna do one game of boxing here. Maybe 3 games of boxing, okay? Go ahead and do whatever you like. I'm gonna just try challenging you with the basic boxing of VF, where I'm just gonna try using basic boxing. But you go ahead and do what you like. Play however you want. You'll probably beat me up with this because I think you are able to fight against it. But we'll see.
Round 1. Ready, go!
Oops, that was a mistake.
Knockout. Round 2. Ready, go!
Very good. That was beautiful.
Knockout. Round 3. Ready, go! My time is here. Knockout. My time is here. Forgot to train, eh?
Don't worry, I can beat most people with this boxing, so.
Round 1. Ready, go!
Nice. Nice. Very good.
Knockout. Round 2. Ready, go! Knockout. Round 3. Ready, go! My time is here. Knockout. Round 4. Ready, go!
Very good.
My time is here. Knockout. I want a serious fight. one. Ready, go! My time is here. Knockout. Round 2. Ready, go!
Very good.
My time is here. Knockout.
Almost. Just didn't bump the game earlier.
Ready, go!
Very good. Very good. That was beautiful.
Knockout.
Are you doing okay? Don't worry, I do this drill with a lot of people. So. But it isolates the core decision making so you can kind of see the way that decisions are being made. And you're doing really good. Like, you're starting to attack at times when you think I'm going to throw. And that said, it does point out that you'll need to get comfortable doing guard throw escape more. Because I haven't seen much throw escape at all.
Go! My time is here. My time is here. Knockout.
And are you doing throw escape?
Round 2.
On that one, I did
Ready,
this.
go!
I see. Okay, so we should talk about that topic then. After this game.
My time is here. Knockout. My time is here. Round 3. Ready, go!
Nice.
My time is here. My time is here.
Okay. Next, last lecture. When should you do throw escape?
Whatever you guard.
Yes.
I want a serious
Throw
fight.
escape. Can it be held or can it be tapped? Or I mean, can it be held?
Held.
Okay.
It can be held.
Okay. So if you're guarding, when is the only time you do not need? When is the only reason that you're not throw escaping? Theoretically. Basically, only when you're inputting your next move. Okay. So you should always have a guard throw escape whenever you're in trouble. So like, let's say you whiff, right? Like, let's say you did rising attack, or like, let's say you whiff this, right? If I whiff this, I want you to dash and then throw me, okay? Just crouch dash under this and then throw me. Very good. Keep doing it. Do it again. Good. Keep doing it. Sorry, that was bad. That was my bad. This is a high. Very good. You switch to back. Very good.
Time's up.
Right? So I should be doing a throw escape there, and I did. Right?
Ready,
Now
go.
let's do like evade, and then as we're stuck in this evade animation, we should do guard throw escape when we're doing this evade, right? So go ahead and do that. and pick a direction. So I want you to throw escape. This time, let's see. This time I want you to do, can you do kick and guard at the same time? No, not that. Let's see. Just do kick. I'm gonna dash in and throw. I want you to escape it. I'm gonna do the same throw 3 times. Oh, that worked. You should be guarding. So here's the problem. It looks like you're plinking your guard and punch too close together. You shouldn't be walking. You should be guarding.
Ready, go!
So kick. No, you gotta hit guard first. So yeah, kick and then you press and hold guard and then this. So when you're done, you should be looking like this after that kick. Okay? Good. Let's back and throw. Okay. Good. This is forward and throw. Good. This is the neutral throw. Good. This is the back throw. Very good. See? And you're thinking about which one I'm going to do. Very good.
Time's up!
Yeah. So yeah, especially when you fight against the AI, also keep practicing guard throw escape whenever you're vulnerable, and then try not to guard longer than you normally would. That's the hard part. So the hard part is that you only guard as long as you intended, stay active, you know, but then just do this throw escape whenever you're in trouble. Like you whiff an attack, guard throw escape, now we move on, right? Whiff the sidekick, guard throw escape, now we move on, okay? You whiff this attack, guard throw escape, now we move on. You don't want to be like stuck there guard throw escaping waiting to escape a throw, but you do want to just kind of get in the habit of doing it whenever you should be guarding. And so when you whiff an attack, that's when you should guard, right? When you whiff a sequence. So if I do this, should have it and then move on, right? This, have it, and then move on. You kind of want to build it as an automatic defense, so it's just a layer of armor in your play. And so it's always there, and it doesn't, if it makes it easier in a round, just decide to deny a throw. Have you ever tried just denying the throw as opposed to trying to specifically escape a certain throw?
Just the
No. Like let's say you fight Kage, right? You don't have to think much. You can just do forward throw escape whenever you do it. And then you just keep fighting. And so anytime that you're vulnerable, you just do throw escape forward. So for example, we're gonna fight, okay? We're gonna fight, and in this next game, I am gonna try to only do back throw. We're gonna fight, and we're gonna keep fighting just like normal, but you don't have to think about which throw escape it is, it'll be back throw. If I do anything other, I'll let you know and I'll just apologize, it's okay. But for the sake of this drill, I'm gonna try to just do back throw against you, okay? But I'm still gonna fight you, so we're fighting like normal. I just want you to kind of just know that you only have to worry about one throw escape direction this whole fight. See, you did not throw escape there, right? Alright, just keep fighting. Boom. And this drill, what this drill does is it shows you that you're not doing it. Right? This drill is meant to show you when you could have done it, but you didn't do it, right? And this is good. When you use an attack to beat the throw, that's really good. See, this was back throw, by the way. So, this is just to show you, like, this is to make you honest with yourself about how much you're actually doing it. Very good. That was neutral, I'm sorry. That was back throw. Good. Back throw. Very good. Back throw. So you can see how this drill makes you see it, right? Like you start seeing it if you know that there's one like no direction. But actually, this drill also shows you how vulnerable to throw you are. Like, just how many opportunities there are to be thrown. Very good.
Knockout.
Very good.
Round 4. Ready, go!
That was bad neutral, sorry. This is back, so good throw straight. Very good.
Knockout.
We'll do one more game, but that was really good. And you're doing very well. Your throw escapes went up by a lot. So this drill does a couple things. One, it isolates the decision making on the throw so you don't have to be so overly mentally stacked by it. Two, it also shows you that when you're not doing it.
Ready, go!
And then three, it shows you how vulnerable we are to throw all the time. Nice. Very, very nice.
Round 2. Ready, go!
Very good. You're playing much better than you always do.
Round 3. Ready, go! Knockout. Round 4. Ready, go!
Let's do one more game.
Okay.
You're doing really, really well though, and you're managing it now.
Thank you.
Your buffering's also improving. Now, it probably feels like you're just mashing more, but it's still, it's pushing you
Round
into
1.
this flow.
Ready, go! Knockout! Round 2. Ready, go! Knockout!
Those are all back throws.
Round 3. Ready, go!
There you go. Very good. Oh, that was for a throw, but I'll stop it there. Good.
Knockout!
Very good.
Round 4. Ready, go!
Very good. Very good.
Round 5. Ready, go! Knockout!
Very close game. Very close game.
Yeah, that's well, thank you for everything.
No problem. Keep it up. You're doing great.
Forgot the train, eh?
Hope that helps you a lot, and thanks a lot for the session. I really appreciate you.
No problem.
All right. Take care.
Good night.
You too.